Hello friends, today we are going to listen a story, Pride Has Its Fall. Mr. Verma had recently retired as the managing director of a bank. Having held this high position for several years, he exuded a personality that was supremely confident and refined. He had only one child, a daughter, and talks of her marriage to the sign of a reputed business empire were underway. He had arranged for a meeting to finalize all decisions regarding the marriage with the boy's family at 5 o'clock in the evening. Since Mr. Verma was a stickler of punctuality, he had planned to leave the house well in advance to be on time for the meeting. He knew it in his heart that this evening could turn out to be the most auspicious evening of his life. The entire family was in an upbeat mood, especially his daughter, who was floating on ninth cloud. Feeling ecstatic about her future, their happiness, however, was tinged by a sense of anxiety. The Vermas were keen on the alliance due to the boy's family background. Hence, everyone in the family was on tenterhooks, even a teeny-weeny doubt niggled at the back of their minds. What if things did not work out as expected? So when Mr. Verma stepped out of the house, they all bid him adieu, wishing him luck, waiting impatiently for him to return after the meeting. The family was, however, ill prepared for the jolt they would receive. Mr. Verma, who was expected to return late at night, was back home within an hour. He stormed into the house with an anger writ large on his face, unable to fathom the reason behind the sudden turn of event. The family started speculating on the possibilities of what might have transpired. Several questions lingered on their lips, but they were unable to muster the courage to ask the reason for his foul mood. All that they could do was assume the cause of his anger. But the talk of the alliance failed. Well, even if they did, what was the need to become so angry about it? It would have been understandable had he felt dejected, but why was he so angry? Maybe they had insulted him, but they were such well-mannered and respectable people. It is one thing to reject an alliance, but they could not have stooped so low to insult him. So then, what could have possibly happened? These questions were running in everybody's mind, but all were busy speculating on the several answers to it. Meanwhile, throwing his coat on the sofa, a furious Mr. Verma began to pace up and down the room. Livid, the rake, he even refused to drink the glass of water that was proffered to him. His family could not understand the reason behind the vexed behavior. Watching his father in the agitated state, the poor daughter, whose alliance he had gone to discuss, felt her heart sinking and sense of anxiety gripped her. Finally, it was the wife who mustered enough courage and cautiously approached him. In a gentle tone, she asked him, "What happened, dear? Why are you so angry?" Waiting for the opportunity to vent his anger, Verma bellowed, "This world has come to naught, and maintaining cordial relationship with people has become a worthless exercise. Helping someone has become pointless." Bewildered, the wife looked at him, unable to comprehend what her husband was talking about. Softly, in a cautious tone, she asked him, "What exactly did you mean?" Verma replied angrily, "That Tom Elder, he is such an ungrateful, lowly creature. Everyone knows that I had helped him to get his first loan from my bank. I had also helped him get several loans after that, but today he thinks he has become so big that when I met him at the sweet shop, he did not even care to respond to my greeting. The wife was not interested in hearing his husband rant about an old acquaintance. She was more concerned about her daughter's future. Impatiently, she told her husband, "Forget Tom alter behavior. That is the harsh reality of the world. Tell me about your meeting with the boy's parents. What happened when you met the boy's family for our daughter's marriage?" Feeling guilty now, Verma looked down at the floor, unable to meet his wife's gaze, and replied meekly, "Actually, after what happened at the sweet shop, I was so upset that I did not go for the meeting at all." Numbed with shock, his wife stood dazed, unable to react. Her husband has sacrificed their daughter's happiness at the altar of his ego. Just because an old acquaintance had not acknowledged his greeting, not only had the retired MD missed a golden opportunity in life, but he had also failed in his duty as a father. He could not even shoulder the simple responsibility of ensuring a secure future of his dear daughter, the apple of his eyes and his very heartbeat. Moral of the story: this is what a weak inner personality inevitably leads us to. It does not matter how strong your outer personality is, in the absence of a strong inner personality, everything else in life falls apart in an instant. Throughout his life, a human being concentrates on developing and refining his outer personality, but he does not pay heed to his inner personality. He forgets the fact that it is his inner personality which plays a major role in enhancing one's life. It is only because of a weak inner personality that everyone today is able to utilize only 10% of their capability and talent throughout their life. And all of us are well aware of the restlessness of those unable to live up to their full potential. So, if your ego does not trouble you, look within for a moment. Once you realize that you are compelled to lead a life whose standard is way below the potential of your talent and capabilities, you will instantly stop doing everything else and first dedicate yourself to enhancing your inner personality. If your inner personality is weak, your talent and everything else is rendered useless. A person that continues to wallow in resentment all his life, unable to do anything,